Hi guys, which one? Hi guys, we're live right now. What you want me? You want it to be here? This is against the light. Hi guys. Hey, guess what? I have another set of contestants that I'm interviewing for Mr. World right now. Say guys, hey, say hello to Miss Jack Berry from Australia and Jack Hasselwood from England.
Hi.
Hello. So, how have you been since arriving Manila last night?
Good. It's been amazing. There's been a lot going on. It's been the best kind of overwhelming I've ever experienced.
Really?
We just had about an hour's worth of press coverage, so we just had a lot of people taking photos of us. It's been really well. Off the plane, straight into it. Yeah.
What are your impressions of Manila so far?
Beautiful.
Really?
Stunning here, yeah, and everyone's so friendly. Is the food?
What about the weather?
Oh, I'm from Tasmania, so anything's good.
All right, that's good to know. That's good.
I'm from England, which is much cooler.
Yes.
So I love it, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely love it.
I see. So, what brings you here in Manila? I mean, of course, you're competing for Mr. World right now. For the title of Mr. World, is joining a male competition like Mr. World something that you've ever dreamed of?
Yeah, so Miss World competition is really about how you are well-rounded. So there are other competitions that are like modelling focused, things like that, but this is very much focused on, you need to be very good at the sport round, you need to shine at the talent round. So I'm playing the drums. My course is about technology and using that to fight climate change and a lot of the problems that are in the world at the moment, which try to inspire people who are not even necessarily scientists and engineers, but who can actually realise that a lot of the problems that we solve in the world can be solved through technology. So that's really my main cause and why I entered.
What's your course again? Sorry.
My cause?
Yes.
So my cause is about inspiring people to understand that we can solve a lot of the world's problems using science and engineering.
Science and engineering. Also, that's your course. What specific branch of engineering is your course?
Oh, so I'm actually a qualified rocket scientist.
Oh, rocket scientist.
So my field of study was aerospace engineering.
Wow, interesting bio.
Yeah.
You got me hooked there.
So
yeah. So from being a rocket scientist to modeling in Mr. World, so there's a big difference. So
yeah, I mean it's not the obvious avenue that you would consider if you were to look at someone who is a rocket scientist to go into Mr. World, but the way that the main cause is really to understand and inspire people to know that you can apply that technology to anything. You can apply the engineering and science to absolutely anything. And with the cause of Beauty with a Purpose being obviously globally orientated, there are so many problems in the world that can be solved through technology, such as climate change.
what about you, John?
I'm a bit different. So coming from Australia, we've never had an Indigenous representative in any of these modelling competitions. So that for me, from a very young age, has been quite a high factor. But my personal reason for being here and for doing the Mr. World is I would really like to be able to share my story. I personally have overcome a lot of trauma in my life. I've overcome homelessness as a child and multitudes of other things. So I'm really here in hopes to share my story, to be able to help other people, to be able to help other people see their own potential, and for them to be able to heal and learn from my story, to be able to maybe have a better future for themselves. And to also be able to be here advocating for my country and for the First Nations people of my country is something that it's a fundamental right for Australia to have an Australian representative for the first time in forever. So that's really why I'm here. I've been dreaming of this since I was 14, and I really hope to be able to share more of my story and more of my purpose with you guys as this competition goes along.
I see. So, what are you looking forward to here in Mr. World pageant?
Look, I'm looking forward to being able to share my story, but to be able to advocate for Indigenous people of not just of Australia but of the world, and to be able to actually have a voice for the not so accepted groups or minorities of people throughout the world. So the LGBTIQ, you know, the indigenous people, you know, any really kind of forgotten people or any kind of people that don't have really anything going for them, I would like to try and be a voice to fight for those people.
I see. Let me ask you: are you half? Are you pure Australian, or are you half Tasmanian, half Indian?
Tasmania is Australian.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'm Aboriginal Portuguese and Scottish. So I'm Caucasian Australian and I'm Aboriginal Australian.
Okay, so how have you been preparing for Mr. World? What sorts of preparations have you been doing for Mr. World, for this pageant?
For me personally, I came into this 3 weeks ago. So I got a phone call letting me know I was Mr. World, and
Just 3 weeks?
Just 3 weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
short notice.
Don't hold it against me. I've got this. But yeah, so I've been honestly running around like a crazy person, trying to get
headless
everything
chicken.
done. Yeah.
I see. So, what did you do? Like, check out your diet, resort to crash diet, double time in the gym.
Or training massively, but mostly like getting my costumes together, fittings, having things made. My national costume took about 2.5 weeks to be. It was made by hand, everything. So that took the majority of the time, and I helped a lot with that, which was phenomenal. But I was also linking in with a lot of our charities there, like the Black Rainbow, which work with Indigenous people. They work with the LGBTIQ people of Australia, and they work within the suicide rates, predominantly within the Indigenous cultures. And just linking in with those kind of services, getting my information, doing my research to make sure that I can bring that here to advocate for my land correctly.
What about you, Jack?
So my preparations really started in about 2015.
Wow, 4 years in the making.
Yeah, so I really started from the beginning with the intention to make it onto the Mr. World stage and to win it. I think it started really with charity fundraising, and then fast forward to the last, say, 5-6 months, the national costume, trying to source some really original, I'm not sure if I can give it away what it actually is, but trying to source original costumes worn by the people that represent my country. And lots and lots of training at the gym, so training every day, watching the diet.
Okay. Did you succeed Chris Brammel?
Yes, so he was the previous Mr. England to compete
so
at Mr. World.
He almost won the title as well back 2 years ago. So
yes.
Yeah, so So it seems like England is really seems to be doing well in Mr. World. Yeah,
absolutely.
Really. So have you gotten any tips from or advice from him as to as in terms of strategy, tips on how to
Yeah, absolutely. So
how to prepare for Mr. World?
Yeah. So I think really the best advice I've got from those guys is, make sure that in every round, you're trying your very, very best. And try to be very, very good and perform very high and actually win as many rounds as you possibly can. Obviously, it's no easy feat, it's much easier said than done. But those guys have all done that and all done really well. I think last year Chris won the sports round as well.
Yes.
And so I really want to win the sports round.
So are you prepared for these extreme sports challenges that they are preparing for you guys soon?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've even orchestrated a challenge in the gym tonight to prepare with the guys.
I see. So, what about you? So, apart from the last minute preparations, what also do you think is the necessary qualities? What is the most important quality that you think a Mr. World candidate should have?
I think the first and foremost for any person in a position of advocacy needs humility, to be a humble, kind, genuine person. That needs to be the foundation of their being, and to then grow from that into the human being that they are to advocate their cause. But that, for me, is what comes first. So I don't think beauty is important. I don't think being the sexiest is important. I think being the best human being is what will win the competition.
Okay, you come from countries which are very advanced, England and Australia. What do you think are your your respective countries' biggest contribution to the world right now?
I'd say in the UK, we lead a lot of the technology around like aerospace technology. That's being used in a variety of different ways. It's used to help with new materials that, say, a supermarket or a company using plastics or supplying the world with lots of other materials can actually benefit from.
What about you?
Well, Australia, we are the lucky country, as we're known for. I think we have some of the richest lands, some of the most sustainable lands in the entire earth, but also we're not just rich in our resource, but we're rich in culture, we're rich in kindness, and I think our people, which a lot of our people do actually originate from England,
Yeah.
so I mean, our people are some of the kindest, most laid-back, friendliest people that you'll ever meet, and we do open our arms and try and help any and every other country that we can. And I think that is one of the things I respect the most about Australia. Just like every other country, we've got things to work on, but we're doing it. We're getting there.
What is it about Mr. World that attracted you the most to join here?
Well, for me,
Or if you are not, and follow-up question, if you are not competing in Mr. World right now, what would you have been doing right now?
well, my background, I've worked in orthopedic medicine and trauma. I've been advocating youth homelessness for a few years now.
Wow.
I advocated youth homelessness while I was a homeless youth. I'm also an actor and a comedian. I've worked on a couple of the television shows back in Australia, and I've been modelling since I was about 4 years old. But for me, I think I would still be trying to advocate for people in need, to advocate for, you know, any First Nations people, and especially to take care of my LGBTIQ community.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Love, advocate, and help as much as I can. I would be doing that regardless.
What about you, Jack? What do you advocate for? What do you stand for in this pageant? If you are not, I have so many questions already. What attracted you to join Mr. World in the first place? And if you're not joining Mr. World, what would you have been doing right now?
So the biggest attraction to it is really the immersion into global culture. So I love learning about different cultures and how different people from different nations kind of see the world and how they live and the standard of living. And so that's really what's attracted me to it. I think I've had all my friends growing up have always been from different parts of the world. It's just made me have such a fascination for it. And if I wasn't in the competition, what I would be doing is, I think I would be running marathons for charities that I believe in, doing like Ironman triathlons.
Wow.
Using my skill set in engineering and working global projects to try and help the world, try and help the globe.
All right, last two questions. What can you say to critics who say that male pageants like Mr. World objectify or commodify men to a certain stereotype, usually negative?
I would say that I used to be one of those people that said that. I used to view pageants as, you know, a way to objectify and sexualize human beings. But I think that over the years, the more I've learned about them, the more pageants have evolved, I've really realised how wrong I was. And I don't think that anybody could actually make a judgment or say that pageants are a certain way or the people are treated a certain way within pageants without actually having the knowledge or the understanding of seeing one firsthand, working within one or being within one themselves. Because it's a phenomenal way to advocate any type of help or charity or anything that you do want to get involved in. But it's also such an incredible confidence builder, and it's also a way for you to really kind of connect with yourself and what you truly want to do, and it gives you a bit of objective moving forward in life.
I see. What about you?
I absolutely think that, I think respectfully with the people that have actually mentioned that before, have always been from individuals who have never actually seen the competition. So I think it's just, whenever I've come across anyone who's actually mentioned that, it's usually just a case of some quick education on, you know, actually the competition is about this. You have to do this and this and this and this and this to actually win the title at national level or regional level, it still applies. And so with I think some simple education, just understanding, it's a case of, oh, so actually it's not the same as the other competitions that they've probably heard of or seen, or,
Yeah.
think they've actually seen.
I see. Okay, last two questions. Sorry, I'll promise I'll end this soon. What are the activities that are you guys looking forward to do the most here?
It's the Army Star Assault Course Challenge.
Yeah, you're really ready for that. Okay, last question. Can you invite all your friends and supporters to support you for your upcoming participation here in Manila, and also promote your respective Mobstar accounts to propel for the multimedia fast track challenge?
Australia, get behind me. I need you. I put my Mobstar on all of my social medias. I need you to add it. I need you to follow me and vote. Make it happen. Don't vote for this guy. Vote for me. Don't vote for any of the rest of them. Me.
All right. Keep swiping, guys. Mobstar. Is it still swiping?
Just cut out now. Done.
So
All right.
guys, you need to vote for England. You can catch me on Mobstar. It's Mr. World England 2019. Instagram is @Jack Hesselwood, and Facebook is Mr. World-England.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for
you.
for having the time to talk to me for Sash Factor. Thank you so much, and good luck on your upcoming competition.
Thank you very much.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.